I hope he doesn't get the sickness.
My boy Kurt is a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedle dumb, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beast dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay-at-home Disney dad.
I'll be honest, I'm going into this movie with a bit of a bad attitude. I don't know why, I just feel like I'm not gonna like 101 Dalmatians. All I know about this is it's about an uppity couple and Cruella DeVille. Okay, we meet the dude, he's a bachelor, and he wants to find his dog an attractive mate. Huh? I mean, I guess. No, wait, this is from the dog's perspective. Okay, that's a little better. All right, the dog, wants to find his owner a mate. That's actually pretty funny. The dog goes to the window and starts judging women and their dogs by appearance. And we're off to a classy start with this one. The dog gently mocks the weird girl and her dog, the hefty one and her dog, the rich one and her dog, the old one and her dog, the young one. This dog is kind of a Finally, he sees a regular girl with a female Dalmatian. Well, what are the odds? He grabs a leash and he wants to go for a walk. Immediately, the human is like, all right. Kind of weird, the dog seems to want to get his owner a woman more than the owner wants a woman, but whatever. Now they're stalking this girl and the girl Dalmatian in the park. The dog wraps the owner and the girl together with a leash, and they trip and they fall in the lake, and now, like all girls, she gets mad about being tied up and thrown in the lake, but then she laughs about it. And they fall in love. And they get married. And that's so weird, because that's exactly how my own wife and I met. The dogs are also getting cozy with each other. Girl dog looks out the window and sees a weird-looking woman coming their way. Guy dog calls the lady a, quote, devil woman, and we meet the Disney icon, Cruella DeVille. Husband starts singing a funny song about how much he dislikes his wife's quirky friend. Yeah, he's singing a song about how much of a weirdo his wife's friend is. Guy, you haven't been married that long to be pulling this crap. Cruella is strangely intoxicating. Like, I want to hate her, but I can't stop watching her. Really, she's actually like your wife's friend that still goes out and gets 20s drunk well into her 40s while everyone else in the group has settled down and started a family and career. Here she is, she's here. A walking tornado of bad decisions, probably 5 drinks deep in a parade of drama she brought on herself. Oh, one wild and stormy night in October, the puppies make puppies. The male and his dog wait outside the room. Oh, the puppies are here. How many? 8? 10, 11, 13, 14, wait, 15, quote, and the mother's doing just fine. I doubt that. Oh, just 14, they lost one. Is the dog's name Pungo or Bongo? Never mind. The human takes the dead dog and starts violently rubbing it, and this is getting weird. He rubs the dead dog back to life, and I'm not sure it works that way. Cruella is suddenly at the door, and the lightning flashes. Awesome. Cruella is a complete psychopath. She wants to buy the puppies. The human man smokes a pipe 24/7, and it's weird to see today. Roger, the human male's name is Roger. He stands up to Cruella, and he's a total coward. He's just so unlikable. Cruella can't have the dogs, so she throws a tantrum and storms out into the storm. The animation is awesome. Love this old style. It's grainy, and it feels the way old cartoons are supposed to feel. But I am confused. There's only 15 pups. Aren't they missing some dogs? Time moves forward. We meet one pup named Patch who wants to rip someone's gizzards out. Sweet kid. They're all watching a black and white show where someone is shooting at dogs. Isn't there anything else on? I'm watching a cartoon of dogs watching a cartoon, and the cartoon they're watching is terrifying. One dog keeps saying he's hungry over and over, and it's making me feel sad. Feed your kids already. Well, the dogs keep watching TV. This is captivating. All right, we pass a car, and 2 creeps lower their papers, and I recognize 2 more characters from that giant old Disney puzzle my daughter and I do all the time. Well, I was writing, so I missed what they said, but I'm sure they're up to no good. Are they going to bust into the house? Are they the Dognappers? They ring the bell and they pretend they're from the electric company and they need to inspect the wires. They push their way in and it's kind of scary. They're harassing the maid and then they lock her in the basement. So they just robbed them. Yup, they stole the puppies. Again, I missed it, but they were probably working for Cruella, obviously. She goes running to the street screaming, the maid in anguish. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm a dog guy myself, but this is a little over the top for the maid. Yep, Cruella is in bed laughing at the newspaper headlines about the stolen dogs. Slow news day. The thieves call Cruella and she berates them and hangs up on them. Cruella calls the humans, and the girl is named Anita. We have Anita and Roger. These two are the boringest Disney couple ever. They're just such an absolute dial tone, both of them. They don't seem half upset as the maid, who went thrashing and screaming down the middle of the sidewalk. Bongo, the dad dog, says it's up to them now, and he's going to evoke the twilight bark, and that sounds epic. On their walk, they bark atop the hill into the city. I have a feeling we're about to meet an uninspired cast of filler dog characters. Ring the bell. There's a call to action. So a Great Dane and a jumpy little dog and a Scottish Terrier take up the cause, and a parade of dog continues. The Dognappers have the dogs, and one Dognapper is eating a sandwich, but one of the puppies steals the meat from between the bread. The bumbler takes a bite, and it's just bread. He opens the empty sandwich and stares at it in confusion, and then the other bumbler ashes his cigar into the bread. Then to pass time, they throw darts at a cat. I think the cat was a spy for the dogs. So the dogs alerted all the other dogs in the city for help, but it was a cat that found the Dalmatians first. Okay. You could play a drinking game with this movie and take a shot every time you hear Scotland Yard. It's like the writer just learned this term and fell in love with it. It's like when a kid or a boomer learns a new slang and forces it into as much regular conversation as humanly possible. Adorable. The Dalmatian parents are alerted to where the pups are, all 15, because this movie is called 15 Dalmatians, right? I don't know. This is usually around the time these older Disney movies win me over, so I'm going to lean into it. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'll shut up now. There is 101 because they've been stealing Dalmatian pups from other places as well. It's snowing now. The parent Dalmatians realize the puppies are in Cruella's mansion. Oh man, she actually wants to take the puppies and make them into a coat. She tells them, quote, poison them, drown them, or bash them in the head. I don't care how you kill them, just do it. The bumblers don't want to murder the dogs. They want to keep drinking, but she throws their alcohol in the open fire, then opens up on them, slapping them each across the face and saying she wants the puppies dead by morning. You know, I swear these older Disney movies have like a secret timer. Like, as soon as the movie starts, it counts down for about 40 minutes, and once it hits zero, like 40 down to 0, they flip the switch from suck to awesome. Like, suddenly, we have a psychotic skeleton of a woman physically abusing 2 grown men until they agree to kill animals. You know, when you say it like this movie sounds pretty darn awesome for a cartoon. Okay, more lines crossed. The drunks are arguing which one of them is going to do the killing and which one is going to do the skinning. Yeah, shine a raw spotlight on the real gritty underbelly of dognapping. The thin drunk is stalking the puppies with a shovel behind his back. They're gonna go puppy crushing, like for real. The drunks have the puppies cornered and it's smashy time, but Dalmatian mom and Dalmatian dad smash through the door into the house and it's on. The tall drunk takes a swing at one of the adult dogs, misses and destroys the wall. This is for real, this is for keeps. The puppies escape into the night, the drunks bumble and one ends up on fire and stumbles into the other and the roof collapses. Weird. Wow, I just had like deja vu of seeing Cruella trying to run the Dalmatians over and her eyes are like spinning red spirals. I wonder if I saw this in the theater when I was super young or if I've seen that clip somewhere else before. I just had that vision of Cruella driving crazy with spiral eyes. We'll see if that was a repressed childhood memory right there. We'll see if that comes true later. The drunks chase the dogs into the barn and a horse gets in on the fun and he kicks the drunks around. Then they get back in the car and continue to chase them. Well, that bar scene was super important. Not filler at all. I love how we only care about the original 15 puppies' happiness. The other 86 must also be terrified and want their own moms and dads, but whatever. The puppies march through the snow, and this is depressing. They look like they're going to die. One is hungry and says, his tail and nose is froze. A collie tells them there's shelter in a dairy barn. They herd all the puppies into the barn, and mom and dad dog share an exhausted moment like, we made it. We did it. I can relate. That's a legit parental moment right there. Awesome. The cows feed the milk and everyone sleeps in the barn. Cruella is trolling through the forest in her Cruella Mobile, which I'm proud to say I have an officially licensed Hot Wheels car of. She sees footprints in the snow and uh-oh, the dogs are trying to escape or move on, but Cruella keeps doing laps of the area, so they're stuck. Suddenly, 2 puppies are in trouble for pushing each other into the fireplace. They're covered in soot, and that gives everyone a Scooby-Doo level idea. They all roll in the soot, so they won't look like Dalmatians. They'll look like 101 black Labradors. Am I supposed to think these 2 bumblers and Cruella are actually that stupid that... Okay, never mind, they are. They'll fall for it. The dogs get loaded up in a van, and Cruella is still on the prowl. I know cosplay ladies love Cruella, but find me someone who actually went to the lengths to get that car made. The parade of dogs pass in front of the car, and the dropping snow washes away the soot, and yet it's the puppies. Cruella is irate. The girl is nuts. The dark, snowy backgrounds are incredible, and like I predicted, it took a while, but this movie is shaping up. The truck with the puppies take off, and she doesn't give a crap. She tries running the truck off the roads, but she eats the ditch. But nope, she pulls that thing, bags it, gets it back on the road. Yeah, there it is, the shot of her spinning red eyes. Bam! They continue to chase, and she eats a telephone pole, and her car is destroyed, and she walks away with only minor scratches because Satan is clearly protecting her. She's too drunk to, Okay, back at home, they were listening to the radio, and Roger's silly song about Cruella is now a radio smash hit. Okay, now I feel a little sorry for Cruella. Suddenly, the dogs rush in. What's with these Labradors, you idiot? Roger wonders. Guy, it's the Dalmatians. They're just covered in thick soot. Roger, it's covered in thick soot like your lungs. They count the Dalmatians. There's 101. Roger congratulates Bongo. It's really weird being proud of his dog's sexual exploits. Now they have a Dalmatian Plantation. There's a slow pull out over the credits. Again, I one shot of 2 weeks later when Roger and his wife are being all snarky with each other while they pick up poop in the backyard for the third hour and keep selling furniture to pay for all the vet bills. I hope the sequel is called 101 Dalmatians 2. Bob Barker stops by to remind Roger to spay and neuter his pets. Yeah, that joke was a soft 3. Anyway, 101 Dalmatians. It wasn't my favorite movie, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Like, I liked 60% of it. Now we got to move on to 101 Dalmatians 2, and people say Disney sequels are usually about 30% as good as the originals. So if the original was only about 60% as good or was only 60% good to start with, that makes the...
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism